Kia ora, ko Lui Collins aho. Ngā mai ki te whare. Welcome to the House. On the 22nd of May, the Minister of Finance delivered the 2025 budget. You may be surprised to learn that over 100 days later, the government is this week still in the process of securing Parliament's approval to spend that cash. That term, the budget, doesn't just refer to a single spreadsheet. It's more of a handy phrase that captures the collection of processes and pieces of legislation involved in managing public finances. You probably know the drill around Budget Day and all the theatrics that come with it. The media are locked up in a room, familiarising themselves with the numbers, and then at 2 p.m. the physical budget documents are tabled in the House. Then comes the big speech from the Minister of Finance.
I move that the Appropriation 2025-2026 Estimates Bill be now read a second time. It is an honour to announce this year's budget. This is a responsible budget to secure New Zealand's future.
Both terms Nicola Willis used, appropriations and estimates, are parliamentary jargon for the main bill of the budget. This bill is necessary for the government to gain legal authority to spend any public money. The word appropriation is finance lingo for the authorisation of government spending, and because the budget is forward-looking, the word estimates is used, referring to what the government expects to spend. There is no first reading for the budget bill because the need for it is broadly agreed upon by all parties. After the budget statement from the Minister of Finance, Parliament moves into the 8-hour budget debate, with the Prime Minister and party leaders getting first dibs to speak before lower-ranking MPs then take the floor. This debate can take a while due to interruptions. Like most bills, the Estimates Bill gets sent to a select committee for consideration. But where the process diverges from the norm is that the Finance and Expenditure Committee, who initially get the bill, will allocate the various votes to each relevant select committee. Votes are the individual spending proposals of specific areas, for example, vote transport, vote health, vote education, and so on. The estimates hearing for each vote is when the budget is really put under the microscope, with ministers and ministry officials being cross-examined by MPs. At times, these hearings resemble a relatively cooperative Q&A.
Are you satisfied then that the budget as it's set out for Vote Foreign Affairs will achieve the desired outcomes that you've set with respect to our foreign policy and the role of foreign affairs from here into the coming year?
Any Minister of Foreign Affairs is satisfied with their budget's not fit for the job. That's a fact, right? We just got to get our country to understand that there's modelling out there, like Singapore, like Ireland, like Croatia, modern Croatia since the fall of communism there, but it's dramatically showing that the investment in foreign affairs, trade, utilities and staff and capacity is a payoff in a big way.
And sometimes more of a probing interrogation.
Frontline providers have a variety of comments. They're very happy with the amount of tamariki that have come out of emergency housing, being over 3,000. They have also said that we've been very clear around our expectations regarding responsibilities.
All those hours and hours of questions and answers from the estimates hearings have now been condensed into select committee reports, which have been reported back to the House. That brings us to where we are this week, in the midst of an estimates debate, which functions as the committee stage of the budget bill. This part of the process kicked off on Tuesday afternoon. Here's Deputy Speaker Barbara Kuriga explaining the rules.
So, members, the House is in committee for consideration of the Appropriation 2025-26 Estimates Bill. The Business Committee has determined to organise the debate by portfolio, so there will be no sector-specific debates. All votes are available for debate, but only specific ministers will be available each day to speak to the indicated portfolio. Each debate will be led by a call from the chairperson or member of the committee that considers the estimates most closely related to the minister's portfolio. In leading off the debate, the chairperson should take care not to be overly political and should ensure their call gives a fair reflection of the committee's report on the votes relevant to the portfolio. The debate expires after 11 hours, at which point questions will be put that the votes stand part of the schedules and on the provisions of the Appropriation 2025-26 Estimates Bill.
The estimates debate must wrap up by September 22nd, 4 months after Budget Day, so Parliament is dedicating most of the sitting block to it. But hold on, if the process for approving government spending takes this long, how have they been spending any money in the meantime? That's where the Impress Supply Bill comes in. This allows the government to actually spend the money needed to keep the lights on until the main appropriations bill is approved. In tomorrow's program, we'll have coverage on what has actually been said during the estimates debate this week. I te whakarongo koe ki te whare. You've been listening to The House, a program made with funding from Parliament's Office of the Clerk. Mātua.